The May 20th, 2014 meeting of the Transportation Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Chairwoman Boyce is excused. Mr. Colby? Mr. Delahanty?
Here.
Mrs. Draw?
Here.
Mr. Gamble is excused. Ms. Rivera is excused. Mrs. Stick?
Here.
President Adair?
Here.
Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who has not signed up to speak who would like to address the committee at this time? The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the April 22nd, 2014 minutes of the Transportation Committee before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. Paul Johnson, Associate Planner of the Planning and Development Department, will now give a brief overview of the 2015-2020 Capital Improvement Program as it pertains to the Transportation Committee.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Everyone should have a copy of the County Executive's proposed six-year program. This has been reviewed and recommended by the Monroe County Planning Board. This is our six-year plan for improvements to county facilities. There are no funding approvals associated with your action on this capital improvement program. The first opportunity to fund capital projects will come as in the form of the capital budget, which is submitted in the fall with the operating budget. So the 2015 capital budget should reflect the projects that are listed in this six-year program for 2015. There are a couple of areas of the program that I wanted to cover really briefly with the Transportation Committee. The first would be the Highways and Bridges section of the program, which you would find on page 56 of the document. There have been, as there usually are with areas where we have federal and state funding, some changes in the scheduling and dollar amounts for our capital projects as that funding picture changes from year to year. Overall, funding for highways and bridges is up 7.5% in this six-year program, again reflecting largely additional funds, state and federal funds for highway and bridge projects. There are a number of new projects. There are 4 phases of a highway preventive maintenance program. There's one new bridge preventative maintenance program, which will improve 3 bridges over 2 years. And there's a new federal aid rehabilitation project for the North Grease Road Bridge over Larkin Creek. You'll notice there are a number of city streets that are funded in the program that are submitted annually by the City of Rochester. There are some changes in that. The city requested that the bulk of the funds for this 6-year period go to the South Avenue project, and advancing that project ahead of the schedule that was in last year's program. That's largely due to the anticipated completion of the College Town project in the Elmwood Avenue, South Avenue area near the University of Rochester, and the anticipated increased traffic as a result of that. The other section of this program would be the traffic engineering portion, which you'll find on page 66. And funding is just up slightly over last year's program. Again, because of the availability of federal aid, there's a change and an advancement of the Regional Traffic Operations Centers project scheduled now for 2015-2016, taking advantage of some available federal aid to move that project along. And that, Madam Chair, is my presentation. We'd be happy to take questions when this item comes up under new business.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. The next item on the agenda is new business. Madam Clerk.
Madam Chairwoman, I'd like to move that we move the agenda for tonight's Transportation Committee.
Second.
Okay. Moved by Legislator Draw, seconded by Legislator Delahanty. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? We are going to keep the meeting open until 6 p.m. tonight. There being no other matters, the May 20th, 2014 meeting of the Transportation Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Transportation Committee is scheduled for June 24th, 2014 at 5 p.m.